You ever notice how every neighborhood has that house? Not the creepy abandoned one. Not the one with the barking dog or the old guy who yells at kids. No, mean the normal one. The one that's just there. The curtains are always drawn, the lawn is never overgrown but never perfect either. The lights are on sometimes, but you never see anyone through the windows. You probably waved once out of politeness. Maybe they even waved back. Maybe they didn't. And you just forgot about it. Everyone has neighbors like that. People who simply exist. You don't talk to them. You don't even think about them. But the thing is, they're not just neighbors. Some people call them the monitors. Others call them the quiet ones. No one really knows what they are, or when they got there. You might have moved into your house maybe 5 years or 10 years ago, and they were already there. Try to ask around, and no one remembers them moving in. No moving truck, no housewarming party, nothing. They just were. They don't gossip. They don't make noise. They don't fight or laugh or host barbecues. But they know things. They know when you leave for work, when you get home, when you argue with your spouse. They know who comes over. They know what you throw away. They're not watching exactly. At least not in the way we think of it. It's more of like they see things. One man down the street swears he saw his monitor standing at a window, just facing his house. Just standing there. Perfectly still. No expression. No movement. Just watching. He went to bed, and the next morning, he couldn't remember which house it was. That's how they work. They blur. They fade into the corners of your neighborhood. They don't need to hide, because you'll forget them anyway. And sometimes, people disappear. Not often, just enough that the local group notices. Has anyone seen the man from Cedar Lane? That he lived next to that quiet family? Then the post stops after a while. People move on. Because everyone forgets the quiet ones. Now that I've mentioned them, do you have someone in mind? The house you never think about. That neighbor you've seen but never spoken to. Are they one of them? And if they are, do they already know you're thinking about them?